Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to the Daily Drip. My name is Faith Storms. I am a licensed social worker and therapist with special interests in energy healing, EFT, and human design. Today's topic is low energy days. So, sometimes we are going to have days where we are just low energy. Sometimes it could be because you're tired, it could be because you're stressed, it could be because you got a virus working on your system, it could be because you have an allergy flare up. If you have a chronic illness, it could be you're having a flare of whatever your chronic illness is. If you have chronic pain, you might be having a higher pain day. All of these things can affect our energy levels, as can interactions with other people, as can all sorts of things. And even the energies of those around you, I think, can affect our energy. Many times when we're having kind of a low energy point, we tend to have feelings about that. So we may be like upset or mad that our energy is fluctuating. We may wish that it didn't. um, Someone the other day just said, as I was explaining, our energy goes up and down, and it's not the same all the time. And their response is, I just want to be a machine, have everything the same all the time. Well, that's an interesting idea, but we're not machines. We are biochemical, energetic beings, living beings that shift a lot and have changes. And it's okay. Now, on a low energy day, so practically speaking, on a low energy day, please use a lot of self compassion. Say, okay, and acknowledge. It's okay to acknowledge that, wow, I'm kind of, I'm not at peak form today. I'm not at my top form. It's okay to not like it. Like, you can kind of be bummed that you're feeling out of energy. Like, that's okay. But don't fight it. Don't beat yourself up about it. That is not going to help anything. That's not going to change anything. It will make it worse. So, on a low energy day, you may need to give yourself more rest. You may need to hydrate more. You may need more nutrition. You may need different nutrition depending on what your system wants and what your system best operates with. So if you feel like taking a nap and you can, go right ahead. If you can readjust your work schedule so that you don't have to do the super difficult things, please do. Now, not everybody has that luxury, but if you can shift around harder things on a low energy day, please do so. Because you can try to make yourself do them, but it's just not going to go well. And then you're going to feel bad about yourself. And that's silly. Like, let's not, life is hard enough. We do not need to make it any harder, in my opinion. So if you can shift things around, go ahead and do that. Take the best care of yourself you can. Be mindful of who's around you. If you've got a low energy day, your defenses are not going to be as strong. Your boundaries may not be as good. So if you're having to be around challenging people, again, just be prepared. If you can avoid challenging people, please do. Again, life is hard enough. We don't need to make it harder. Do what you can for self-care. If you pray, if you meditate, if you do yoga, if you do your walk, please make sure you do those things. Don't skip them. You may need to change how you do them. If you typically, I'm going to make stuff up, walk for an hour a day, on a low day, low energy day, maybe your walk is 20 minutes. But do a walk. If you usually do an hour of yoga, okay, on a low energy day, maybe you do 20 minutes, etc. So don't give up your activities, modify them to adjust the reality that you have in that moment and in that day. We tend to stop the really supportive activities when we get stressed, when we get tired, when we get sick, when we get out of sorts, and yet those supportive activities are going to rejuvenate us and keep us moving forward. So don't stop them, modify them, but do something. And if you really aren't up for a walk, go sit outside. Like go sit outside for 5 or 10 minutes. Do something close to whatever your nurturing activity was going to be is would be my advice. But some days are low energy. Some periods of time are low energy. And ideally, we need to learn to go with our flow, whatever that may be. We need to recognize it, honor it, accept it, respect it, and work with it rather than fighting it or being mad about it, because that's not going to help anything. So those are my thoughts today. And I share this because yesterday I was noticing a dip in my energy, and I'm like, oh, I just love to go, go, go. But I needed to, okay, it's a little less, and that's okay. Acceptance. Acceptance of what is very important. All right. So take care of yourselves today. I will see you tomorrow.